I was having a dream, and it was a wonderful dream where you have those wonderful dreams when you've slept more than 6 hours at a time and dream about being with people you want to be with and in the setting where you want to be. It was like I was dreaming about a big YouTube gathering, and there were people that I know from YouTube from all over the world who were at this thing. And it was like some kind of uh, northern African setting with like a ruined Roman Colosseum and fantastic views in every direction. And everywhere I turned, there would be somebody I'd know from YouTube or somebody I'd know from somewhere online from before YouTube existed. And it was such a wonderful dream. Then I woke up and realized that I was in my bedroom, and I looked at the clock and realized that it was time to get up. And I came out here, and Cindy was out here in her chair over there. And and I was awake, and I told her about my dream and about all the people that I met in the dream, and where it was and the setting and everything, how it was going. What a nice dream it was. And she said, well, we got to do laundry. So I thought, oh yeah, we got to do laundry. And she said, well, first I have to put the meatballs in a casserole, and then I have to put it in the oven, and then we can eat, and then we can do laundry. And I said, well, why don't we just do laundry first? Get the laundry done, and then we can come back and eat in peace and not have to worry about doing laundry anymore. I'm kind of that way. I want to get stuff that I'm worried about done. Well, we went down to the laundromat with all our laundry, and we put everything in the washers. And after the washers were done, or actually the washers were doing, and I put the soap in, put the soap in on the pre-wash soak, and then when it does the actual wash, then I add some more soap to it, and then the washing gets done. But I realized when I was putting the soap in on the washing cycle that I had forgotten the coat hangers at home. Now, when I do my laundry, I like to hang up my pants on some hangers, and I like to hang up my shirts on some hangers, and the pants and the shirts have to be on the hangers before I fold them up and put them in the box, and then bring them home and then hang them up in the closet. And I realized that I didn't have the hangers with me. Usually I put the hangers in on top of the dirty laundry in the box and bring the box out to the car, and then we go. But this time I forgot the hangers, and it was like, okay, we'll have to go get some hangers. So I went out, I told Cindy that I needed to get some hangers, and she says, don't be using my gas to go all the way home, and get the hangers from home. And I thought, well, no, that would be stupid. I'll get hangers nearby, locally. So I went to the big grocery store nearby, and I went through the cleaning aisles and where they have laundry detergent, where they have soap, and where they have dish soap, and there was no laundry hangers there. So then I went into the village nearby, and in the village there was a dry cleaner, and the dry cleaner was closed. And so there I was, looking in the plate glass window of the dry cleaner, and all the clothes hanging up on clothes hangers all the way in a row. I'm going, why can't I have you? The pharmacy up the road was closed. This is Oak Bay at 9 o'clock at night. There's a grocery store right there in the village, and I went inside the grocery store and I looked, and there was no customers. There was there was one customer at one till, and there was a girl at the other till, and she looked like some kind of creature out of science fiction. Her arms were covered with tattoos, and her hair was funny, and her eyebrows were sort of painted in like that, and she had like metal things stuck in her nose and in her cheeks and maybe in her eyelids, I don't know, but she had these really arresting looking eyebrows, and her hair was like, I don't know, it was like waxed in place or something, and she just looked bizarre and shocking. I don't get it. I mean, I don't get it. I just don't get the whole body mods and excessive tattoos, and it's like, I don't know, it's a turnoff. And so I asked her if she had hangers, and she said, well, no, they'll have them at the pharmacy, which was closed. Then I realized it was time to get back to the laundromat where Cindy was waiting, and the washers had stopped, so it was time to load all the clothes into the dryers. So we loaded them into the dryers, and I told her I'm going to go to another pharmacy down the road. So as I'm heading down the road to the pharmacy, the traffic light turns red, and it's red for a long, long, long time. And then when the light turns green, the cars in front of me are moving very slowly. And they're just taking their sweet ass time to go down the road. And then the light turns yellow, and they all go on their brakes, and they all stop. We waited for the light to change, and the light changed, and it was green, but then they wouldn't go right away, and they just slowly pulled ahead when the light was green, and I was glad it didn't change before I got through it. And the one truck that was in front of me pulled off to the right and passed the minivan that was just puttering along, and he was taking his time to pass the minivan very slowly, very slowly, very slowly. And then I had had enough. Once there was enough room for me to pass, I moved to the right. Then the minivan was slowly going to the right, and it's like I gunned it. I just gunned it and just went right past them. And I went down the road, and I got to the pharmacy where they had hangers. Now, they didn't have the plain ordinary wire hangers like I have. They had all kinds of, they had the plastic ones, and the plastic ones were like $10 for a pack of 10. And there was others that were like $3.99, and there was only 3 hangers. I needed 20, or almost. They had some pink ones that were flocked, and they were $7.99 for a pack of 10. And I thought, well, they're in the closet. Who cares? I bought those. Now didn't know that I don't like flocking on the hangers. I like the hangers to slide. I like shirts to slide onto them, and I like things to glide onto them. But when you put your clothes on flocked hangers, they stick to them. And then if you want your shirt to be straight on the hanger, you have to take it off and put it on again. You can't just slide your shirt to where you want it on the hanger. So I bought 2 10-packs. It cost me $17.90 with all the taxes. For fucking hangers. You get them free from the laundry place, from the dry cleaners. And they didn't have the plain wire hangers. No, they had to have fancy ones and plastic ones and things like that. So I got back, and our stuff was almost dried. Actually, no, there was one dryer that wasn't working very well, and my socks came out kind of damp. So did my sweatshirt and my towel. So there I was, my shirts had finished drying, and I started to dry them. And I was in hyper mode already because I had been out there running to look for hangers and running to find hangers and running to get hangers. I was in hyper mode. So I was grabbing one shirt out of the dryer and putting it on a hanger and then going to the other side of the laundromat and hanging it up. Then I'd run back and get another shirt and put it on a hanger and hang it up on the other side of the laundromat. And Cindy asked me, well, why don't you just put them all in the box and bring them to the other side and put the hanger on and hang it up? And I said, well, you were the one who said just minutes ago that I should take a run around the block because I was in such a hyper mode. I'm just getting my exercise and working off all this hyperness and all this panic from having to look for all those fucking hangers. So I finished hanging up everything and then realized that a few things were, well, not dry yet. So we had to put them in another dryer and dry them up. Then finished folding and hanging up and everything else. And I just came to a conclusion. I just realized that there's something I'm going to do from now on. I'm going to make sure I never forget my hangers at home. I'm going to take the hangers. Well, I took the hangers that had nothing hanging on them, and I put them in the laundry box right away, so that next time when I've got all the laundry piled in the box, the hangers will be at the bottom when I'm at the laundromat, and I won't forget them again.
Feckwick.
Feckwick. Feckwick.
Feckwick.
Feckwick.
Feckwick.